This is the game between Brattin versus Jim Marfia. It was played in Detroit, 1974. So let's see the game. White starts with d4, black plays knight f6, bishop g5, knight e4 attacking the bishop. So h4 giving support. Okay, what is the idea? The idea, if you take the bishop, I'll get the open file. Okay, so he has some compensation for giving bishop for the knight. C5 attacking the center pawn. D5 is not interested. He says, okay, I'll just save it. I'll move it. I don't want to exchange because he doesn't want to give center pawn for side pawn. Now queen b6. Okay, developing the queen. Is it a good idea to move the queen early? The answer is not that good. Not good. Okay. Normally, you first move the king and queen's pawn. You get the knight out, bishop out, make castle, other knight and bishops out, and then afterwards you move the queen and then the rooks. So first you move the minor pieces and then the major pieces. But here he is getting the queen early, which is not a good idea. Okay, don't move the queen early. Other than that, then what could he play here? Here he could make attack on this. Okay, and this was okay. And then even d6. Okay, but the main idea of playing this, you can say, is okay. Yeah, even this pin he has removed so that he can play this. That is one thing you can say. The second important thing, I think, yeah, he's just giving support to this and maybe attacking this weakness as the bishop is not here. Okay, but the main idea, yeah, you would like to play e6. That's the only idea. Otherwise, it's not a good idea to move the queen out early. Anyway, after queen b6, b3. So white saved its pawn. There was attack on b2 pawn. So b3, saving it g6, moving the pawn so that the bishop can come out and attack this rook, controlling this long diagonal. Queen d3 attacking the knight. He has given support to this. Then knight d2 making one more attack. Bishop g7 attacking the rook. Long castle. It's very interesting. Okay, when the opponent is attacking with so many pieces, it's not so easy to take this decision of doing long castle. But it's like, how is it like this position? I don't think it's a good idea to do long castle. Other than that, what else could you do? You could just play simple knight cross c4. Yeah, he could capture this, but then you can play knight c3 and then force him to exchange and then play a simple game after that. And this was okay. Okay, though you are lost few points, but at least this was okay. But the game which you are playing now after long castle, it's like a little difficult. But let's see what happens. Here he should have played knight c3. Knight c3 was a very good move. What was the idea? Idea was to attack the rook, attacking the pawn, and then giving a threat like check. And then maybe he can shift the queen also on this side to attack. And it's a very good plan to attack. But he has not played that. What did he play instead? He played h6, attacking the bishop. Bishop has to move. He has to save it. But he said, no, first let me take this. So knight cross e4, that was a very good knight captured exchange. F cross e4. Okay, actually h cross g5 was also good. It was, I think, better than this one. But he didn't capture this. He captured this one. So queen cross e4. And then he captured this one. H cross g5. Now this is not a good idea. Instead of this, he could have played something like queen d6 to stop this d6. Okay, white is about to play d6. He should have stopped it, but he didn't do that. And that's why h cross g5 is a bad move. What did white play? Yes, d6. What is the threat? Very simple threat. He's going to do checkmate. Now, how to stop it? He has to play this e6. He didn't play that e6. He played instead bishop f6. So not a very good move. Okay. After this, white has a chance to capture this and give check. So queen cross g6 and king d8. He's having a plan to run away on the other side. Only problem is this pawn now. What to do? H cross g5. Very interesting. See, the rook has no support, but he's saying, okay, you take it. Because if you take that, I have a checkmate chance over here. And guess what? That's exactly, what happened. Actually, here he should have captured this one, queen cross d6, and then rook cross h8, b cross h8, and then this rook cross d6. This is how it could happen. But he made a mistake, rook cross h1, and queen g8 is a checkmate. So it was a big mistake of allowing white to do this, because the white pawn has control c7. The king couldn't go anywhere, and this is a mistake. In the opening, if you are not moving king and queen's pawn, what can happen? You can see here. Okay, that's a basic mistake. You are supposed to play king and queen's pawn in the first, second move normally, but he has not done that, and he has paid a big price for it. So always remember, use the opening principles. Okay, I have given you the opening principle. If you don't have it, you can check our blog, onlinechesscoaching.com. On that, if you go click on the blog, you will find it. On there are 11 steps. Okay, how to play chess for beginners in 11 steps. On the 7th step, if you go, you will find some principles like opening principles, middle game principles. So in the opening principles, I have given all this. What to do in the opening, like start with king and queen's pawn, move the knight, then the bishop, then make castle. After that, move knight and bishop, other knight and bishop, and then get the queen, then the rooks, and don't move any single piece twice unnecessarily in the first 10 moves. So these are the very important opening principles, and I think you should follow it. Okay, if you don't follow, what can happen? You have seen in this game. These are the mistake. Okay, he has not moved this. These are not these are mistakes. He has not made castle. So what can happen then if you don't follow the opening principle? This can happen. Yeah, he was okay. He was better in in the middle, but he made some big mistakes afterwards, and that's why he paid the price.